Check, check, check. All right, let's do this. Welcome to Adventure in Art. My name is Ben Staley, your resident talking head. I'm going to do a short series about portraiture. I am a filmmaker and a portrait photographer, and a lot of the videos on this channel, I show my shoots. I do talk about it to some degree. Sometimes I don't talk about it at all. I just show it. I'm going to do a short series here where I just talk about some things that I know to be true that may help you if you're interested in portrait photography. I've been doing it a little while professionally as a hobby. I know a couple things that might help you. I tend to get a little long-winded, and I'm going to try and keep these videos relatively brief. And so what I'm going to do is try and keep them. I really want these to be at like 8 minutes. That may be impossible. We'll try and get them under 10. I'm going to start a timer now for 7 minutes. When this gets to 7 minutes, I'm going to wrap it up and we're going to move on to the next topic. Start. So the first topic is how to find people to shoot. Oh, and by the way, before I get going, see, long-winded tangents, I do have a playlist of a compilation of all the portrait videos on my channel, and I'm going to link that in one of these corners. I don't know. It's backwards on the screen. I'm not sure. One of these corners, it'll be linked. You can see all the portrait videos I've ever made, quite a few, because that's mostly what I do. How to find people to shoot. This is something that people ask me all the time. Where do you find your subjects? How do I find models to shoot? How do I find cool people? I live here, I live there, whatever. This is an issue, and the answer might surprise you. Here's the thing. We all have a unique situation. We all have our own limitations. We all have our own constraints. We all live in different geographical areas. Maybe you live in a small town in Iowa and there's 150 people and you really want to shoot portraits, but there's only a few people in town. Maybe you live in a massive city, but you're super shy. Here's the thing, and this applies to all of creativity. Your limitations are your superpower. If you can learn how to exploit your limitations into a creative advantage, that's how you grow as an artist. That's how you really shine. That's how your voice comes through. That's how you discover that special sauce that is you. Now, I live in Los Angeles, so there's a lot of people. And on top of that, there's a lot of pretty people. That doesn't necessarily mean it's easier for me to find people to shoot, although it is, but not necessarily. And I didn't start off with portraiture shooting actors and models and what I call pretty people. I happen to travel a lot for work, and I am a professional filmmaker doing mostly documentary work, a lot of documentary series work for like Discovery Channel and Nat Geo, Netflix, stuff like that. So I'm bouncing around and running into people all the time. And real people, not pretty people, not models, not actors, not people that are in the business of their image and looking beautiful. So luckily, I am running into a lot of different people all the time. And my job is to usually shoot interviews with them or film them or whatever, kind of like this. This is like a talking head interview situation, although I haven't put much effort into it. All I did was sit on my couch and open the window and let the light come in. Pretty simple. But, you know, I had to choose the lens. I had to choose the composition. I actually did have to adjust the blinds to get the light just right. Now, I could have closed the blinds, put a light here. See, tangents. I'm going off on tangents. What I'm trying to tell you is this is basically a portrait setup. Me sitting in front of this camera, it's a portrait setup. And so I've been doing that over and over and over for a couple decades. So way back, as I started learning how to do all this, I got really interested in actually creating portraits, because taking a picture is a lot quicker in most cases than setting up a video camera, setting up lights, composing and all that. Pictures are like click, click, click. Yes, there's setup. Yes, all that. Compared to filmmaking, it's much more immediate. It's much faster. And a lot of times it's more fun. That's why I got so into it. So, bringing this back around, how do you find people to shoot? Say you're not in a big city with a lot of people who are in the business of getting their image out there. You just want to shoot cool portraits. Maybe you want to shoot travel documentary portraits. Maybe you do want to shoot models, maybe whatever. Maybe you want to capture real people in real situations. Your limitations are your superpower. How do you find people to shoot? Start with what you have. You probably have a family. You probably have friends. Start with them. Hey, you're going to be shy about this. Hey, I'm starting to do some photography. Can I take your picture? Talk to your best friend, George. Talk to your best friend, Sally. George and Sally. I just made these names up. Start with your grandma. You know, family members, particularly, maybe not so much parents, grandparents, they just want to spend time with you. I say this because I didn't grow up around my grandparents, and they passed away when I was younger. So I didn't actually have grandparents to photograph and spend a lot of time with. I wish I had. If you have grandparents and you can spend time with them, do it. They're a wealth of information, and they would be really cool to photograph. Sit with them for a few hours, hear some stories, take some pictures. I say this a lot. Maybe there's a cool dude that works at the coffee shop that you go to every day. He probably knows you by name. Hey man, I'm a portrait photographer. You look pretty cool. Can I take your picture? Yeah. Start that way. The guy at the coffee shop, grandma and grandpa. As you start collecting portraits, people will start seeing your work. You will have images to show people, and it will begin to build. You will begin what I call stacking up bricks, building a portfolio. Pretty soon, someone is going to reach out and like, I hear you're taking pictures. Can you take my picture? Now you have a job. And it just builds from there. But you've got to step outside your comfort zone. You've got to reach out. You got to get off the couch. And you got to go out and throw yourself against the world, wherever you are, and take some pictures. Wow, that went really fast. Okay. The next video in the series is going to be called Should You Collaborate? Should you work for free? We're going to talk about that. Thanks for watching. I hope this helps you. Remember, your limitations are your superpower. Your creativity is defined by your limitations. Go forth. Make some portraits. See you soon. Thanks for watching.